Good morning and Jai Hind children. I welcome you all in today's live class of biology. Children, we are discussing the chapter transportation of materials in plants and animals. Is it? And in previous class, I have explained some of the long question answers. Is it? So today I'm going to discuss the rest of the long question answers. And the question number 6 we will start today because I have explained till question number 5 in previous class. Alright, children. So come to the question number 6. And this question is, if you observe a drop of blood under a microscope, which cells would you see? And what are the functions of these cells? Understood, children? Once again, I am going to repeat the question. If you observe a drop of blood under a microscope, which cells would you see? And what are the functions of these cells? Is it? So here in this answer, you have to explain the different types of cells which are found in blood. Okay, so you know already that we have three types of cells in the blood, and these cells are red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. So you can say that if we observe a drop of blood under a microscope, we would see RBCs, that is red blood cells, WBCs, that is white blood cells, and platelets. Alright? And along with it, you have to write their functions also. So one by one, you will write the function of these cells. Alright, children? So first of all, the function of RBC. The function of RBC is what? Yes, they contain a red colored protein which is called hemoglobin. And this hemoglobin absorb oxygen and transport this oxygen to all the cells all over our body. So this is one of the very important function of RBC. Alright, children, what is the function of RBC? It carry oxygen because of the presence of hemoglobin and transport this oxygen to all the cells of our overall body. Okay. Now, the second kind of cell is, yes, white blood cells. So the function of WBC. And the functions of WBC is they fight against diseases. Okay, children, by destroying harmful bacteria and other foreign materials. So you can say that the WBC or white blood cells act as a fighter cells because they fight against the diseases and yes, protect our body from different harmful disease, or you can say that harmful organisms such as bacteria. So this is the main function of WBC. Now the third kind of cells are platelets. So the functions of platelets you have to mention. And the functions of platelets is that they help blood to clot. Okay, children? When they help blood to clot, whenever there is a wound on the body. Okay, so when we have a wound on our body, so that time you must have observed the blood start flowing. But after some time, just after few minutes, within a minute, it gets stopped because the blood clot there at that place of our body, and this clotting of the blood occurs just because of the presence of platelets in our blood. Okay, so platelets help to clot the blood whenever there is a wound in our body. All right, children. So this is the answer of question number 6. Now come to the next, that question number 7. And the question number 7 is, with the help of label diagram, trace and explain the path of blood circulation in the human body. Okay, children. So in this question, you have to explain the flow of blood or circulation of blood in our body along with the diagram. So I have given you the homework to draw the diagram of human circulatory system. Is it? So I hope that you all have drawn there. So no need to draw the diagram again. Okay, only you need to explain it. If you not have drawn the diagram, so now you will draw the diagram. Get it, children? So you can explain the flow of blood or the path of blood circulation in human body as when the blood enters the right side of the heart, okay, and is pumped to the lungs where it gives up carbon dioxide and takes up oxygen, and this oxygen rich blood travels back to the left side of the heart. All right, and it is again sent to other all parts of the body, and the process is repeated again and again and again, and because of that the blood circulate in our body and carry oxygen and take out the carbon dioxide. So this is a continuous process that occurs in our body. All right, children, and the diagram that you need to draw is, I'm going to draw here. You just observe it and understood. Children, this is the diagram that shows that circulation of blood. Okay, I'm going to first complete it and after that I will explain. This red color arrow indicates that the blood is oxygen rich, and this blue color arrows indicates that the oxygen is carbon dioxide rich. Okay children, so you can see here that the left part and the right part, half of the part of the heart is going to circulate the, yes, oxygen rich blood, and rest of the heart half is going to circulate the carbon dioxide rich blood. Okay, so this one is our right ventricle. Alright children, this one is right auricle, and just like that, this one is the left side. So this is the left auricle, and this one is left ventricle. Understood children? Now, as you can see here, the blood is going to move from this right auricle. Okay, and from this right auricle, it's going to move upward, and these two are the lungs. So this blood vessel is going to carry the carbon dioxide rich blood to the lungs. When this blood comes to the lungs, here carbon dioxide get removed, it get exhaled, and at the same time oxygen get enters in the blood, and again this oxygen rich blood comes back into the left ventricle. Alright, and from here, from this part, left auricle, the blood moves to the left ventricle, and from left ventricle it pumps to all parts of the body. Alright children, as this artery carry the blood, arteries get divided into the capillaries. So these are the capillaries. Here the oxygen get used up by the cells. It's get absorbed, and at the same time carbon dioxide enters in the blood, and again this carbon dioxide rich blood moves back into the heart. Got it children? So this is the flow of the blood, circulation of the blood that going to occur all the time continuously in our body. The pure blood, that oxygen rich blood, comes from lungs to the heart, and from the heart it get pumped to all the parts of body, and again from all parts of body this carbon dioxide rich blood moves back to the heart pump it to the lungs, and here carbon dioxide get removed and oxygen absorbed in the blood, and again it gets circulated. So this is the circulatory system of blood in human body. Alright children, so I hope that you understood. Is it? Children, one more thing you have to know, that the blood vessels which carry the blood to the lungs or take the blood from the lungs, they have a particular name. As this blood vessel who is going to carry the oxygen rich blood from lungs to heart is known as pulmonary vein. So this is pulmonary vein, and the blood vessel which carry the carbon dioxide rich blood from heart to lung is known as pulmonary artery. Alright children, so these are the names used for these vessels who take the blood from lungs to heart or from heart to lung. Okay, this one is pulmonary vein and this one is pulmonary artery. Alright children, okay. So I hope that you understood this circulation of the blood in human body. Got it children? Now come to the next question number 8. Okay, and the question number 8 is, draw a label diagram of the human urinary system, showing and explaining its various organs. Again, in this question, children, you have to draw the diagram of urinary system. Okay, remember that we have discussed in the class about the urinary system and the diagram also. So here in this answer, you have to draw the diagram. If you have drawn, so no need to draw it again. If you have not drawn, so you will draw now in question number 8. Okay, and the diagram of urinary system will be, so question number 8, and here you have to draw the human urinary system. Children, human urinary system is consist of four important organs, and those organs are kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, and urethra. Alright, these four organs combine together and forms the urinary system of our body. Okay, these two bean shaped cells, kidney bean shaped organs, are the kidneys. What these are? These are the kidneys. We have a pair of kidney in our body, and they are situated at our lower back portion of the body. Okay, children. So these two are the kidneys. This one is the blood vessel who carry the blood, and that blood moves inside the kidney for filtration, because you know that kidney is going to act as a, yes, filtering system of our body, by which our blood get filtered and all harmful waste, that is urine, gets separated out from the blood. So when the blood enters in the kidney, it gets filtered and urine gets separated. All right, children. From this kidney, the two tube-like structures are coming out, and both the tubes are going to combine and forms a sac-like structure. So it is a muscular sac-like structure from which these two tubes are attached. So children, these two tubes are ureters who carry the urine from different kidneys. Okay, so left ureter carry the urine from left kidney, and right ureter carry the urine from the right kidney, and they both are going to open in a muscular sac-like structure, and this structure is known as urinary bladder. All right, and this urinary bladder is going to open to release the urine time to time. So this opening is known as urethra. All right, children. So these four main organs which combine to form the urinary system are, this first one is kidney, these two tubes are ureters, this muscular sac-like structure is urinary bladder, and this opening is urethra. Alright, children, so these four different organs forms our urinary system. Okay, the blood vessels carry the blood which is having the harmful waste, that is urine. So they enters in the kidneys. Kidney filter that blood and separates the urine. After separation, the pure blood moves back into the blood vessel, and the filtered out urine moves through these ureters and get collected in the urinary bladder. Okay, and from this urinary bladder, that urine pass out from the body time to time through the urethra. All right, children. So this one is the diagram of urinary system of human beings. All right. Okay. I hope that you understood. Now come to the next question number 9. Okay. And the question number 9 is, what processes takes place during the period when the blood enters the kidneys till the urine leaves the body? Understood, children? Once again, I am going to repeat the question. What processes takes place during the period when the blood enters the kidneys till the urine leaves the body? Here you have to mention what are the different processes takes place. Okay, when the blood enters in the kidney through these blood vessels and urine leaves the body. So from here to here, that is entering our blood in the kidney and removal of the urine from the body. What process takes place? Okay, so here you have to explain that the movement of the blood, filtration, okay, and these all. So you can write that the blood gets filtered through the nephrons. Children, we have discussed about the nephrons. Actually, the nephrons are the units, yes, filtering units by which kidneys are made up of. So our kidneys are made up of number of small units, and those small units are known as nephrons. Get it? And these nephrons are actually going to filter the blood. Alright. So when the blood gets filtered through the nephrons, they filter out excess water, salt, and urea from the blood as it passes through them. Okay, when the blood passes through the nephrons, so excess water from the blood, salts, and the urea, they all get filtered out. Okay, and the clean blood leaves the kidneys and continues its circulation, and that clean blood again moves into the blood vessels and circulates in all parts of the body. And these waste which are filtered, they removed by the kidneys from a liquid, and that liquid is called urine. All right, so that urine moves into the urinary bladder from kidney through this ureter, and it passes from kidneys through two tubes, that is called ureters, and where it passes in an elastic sac which is known as urinary bladder. Alright, and the bladder stores the urine until it is excreted from the body through the urethra. Okay, so this is the complete process of, yes, movement of the blood in kidneys and removal of the urine from the body. Got it, children? Okay, so this one is the last question of long question answer. Okay, so I hope that you understood all the answers of long question. Now after that, we have the hot questions. Okay, so come to the hot questions. And the question number 1 of HOTS is, why is the color of blood red, though it has constitute of different colors? Understood, children, the question? Once again, I'm going to repeat. Why is the color of blood red? Okay. and though it has constituents of different colors, it have the different types of cells, WBC, RBC, platelets, plasma, and all, but their color is red. So you have to think about that and then give the answer. So remember that, children, we have discussed it looks red because of the presence of a, yes, protein, a pigment in our RBC, red blood cells. Is it? So the color of blood is red due to the presence of maximum number of red blood cells. In our blood, the number of red blood cells are maximum, more as compared to other cells, and this RBC, a red blood cells, contains a red pigment, and the name of this pigment is hemoglobin. Alright, and this is why our blood is red in color. Alright, understood, children? Now come to the question number 2. And the question number 2 is, which side of the heart has oxygen rich blood and which side has the carbon dioxide rich blood? Got it, children? Think about that. Which side of our heart has the, yes, oxygen rich blood and which side has the carbon dioxide rich blood? Okay, so left side of heart has oxygen rich blood, whereas the right side of heart has the carbon dioxide rich blood. So you can say that the left auricle and left ventricle, they both carry the oxygen rich blood, whereas the right auricle and right ventricle carry the carbon dioxide rich blood. Alright, now question number 3. And the question is, if vegetables such as brinjals or ladyfingers become somewhat dry and shriveled, they are put in water and they start looking fresh again because water enters inside them. In the absence of any opening, how does water enters in the vegetables? Children, please read out again the question and then give the answer. Okay. If vegetables such as brinjals or ladyfingers becomes somewhat dry and shriveled, they are put in water. Is it? We do it many times at our home. Okay. And they start looking fresh again because water enters inside them. So in the absence of any opening, how does water enter in the vegetable? So the method by which the water enters in the vegetable is osmosis. Yes, so you can write that answer. The water enters the vegetables by the process of osmosis. Okay, and the process of osmosis, children, you know that? Yes, the process by which the water enters from its lower concentration to higher concentration. So when the concentration of water get reduced inside the vegetables, it kept in water. So the water molecules enters in the vegetables because the outside the concentration of water is more as compared to inside, and it moves inside, and that is why after some time again the vegetable looks fresh. Okay, now come to the question number 4. And the question number 4 is, plants do not use all the water they absorb from the soil. Okay, much of it is given off by transpiration. So why then do the plants absorb so much water? So children, here you have to think about it, that what is the reason that as all the water which are absorbed by the plants from soil not used up, okay, and much of them is given off, removed off through the transpiration. So why plant absorb that much amount of water? Why they not absorb only little amount as they require? So the reason is that as the plant absorbs so much water, because the evaporation of excess water from the leaves produces a pulling force, is it? And this pulling force causes the water to move upward in the plant. So to maintain the continuous flow of water upwards, what happened? More water get absorbed and most of them get evaporated and some of them get utilized by the plant. If the plant will absorb little amount of water, so this pulling force will not create it, and because of that the water is not able to reach to all parts or tip of the plant. Got it, children? So that is why, to create a pulling force in the plant by which the water can easily moved up to the tip of the plant, they absorb more water. Okay, got it? Now the question number 6. And the question is, xylem transports sap upward only, whereas phloem transports food in both the directions. So, why do you think there is a difference? Get it, children? As you know that the plants have two vascular tissues, xylem and phloem. And phloem is responsible for transporting the food, whereas xylem transports, yes, water and minerals upward direction. Okay, so why there is a difference in these two types of tissues? So simply you can say that the xylem transports water and minerals, and this takes place from the roots to all parts of the body. So mostly leaves, and so the transportation is in only one direction, because yes, it is going to transport from roots to up parts or tip of the plants or leaves of the plant. So this movement is in upward direction. Okay. And the food has to be reached all parts of the plant, including roots and the topmost shoot, so that transport of food in phloem takes place both direction. Get it? Understood the reason? Okay. Now the question number 6. And the question is removal of undigested food from the body considered to be excretion? Why? Children understood the question. The question is removal of undigested food is considered as the excretion? Is it? So you can say that no, excretion is the removal of metabolic waste from the body. That is the waste product which are produced by the various chemical reactions takes place in the body. Okay, and the undigested food are nothing but the undigested part of the food taken by the body. So that is why we can say that yes, the removal of undigested food will not consider as a excretion. It is the part of digestion. Okay, it is the part of our nutrition, that is egestion of undigested food. And in excretion, we are going to remove the metabolic waste. Alright, children? Now, the question number 7. And the question is, the ventricles have thick muscular walls, whereas the auricles have the thin walls. So, do you think this thick muscular walls are necessary in the ventricles and not in the auricles? Is it, children? So, the reason is same, that auricles only receive the blood, okay, but the ventricles pump the blood to various parts of the body. So for this action or pumping of the blood, they need thick muscular walls. Whereas auricle does not need it, because it's not going to pump the blood. It only receive the blood. Got it? And that is why auricles have the thick muscular walls. Okay? So this is all about the exercise questions. and I hope that you understood all the answers. Is it, children? Okay, so thank you and have a nice day, children.